Hey guys, it's me, the Magic Cat, and welcome to my S-rank video. Now this is gonna be mostly an uncut video like my penis, except my dick isn't a video yet. Just stay tuned for Magic Cat on Pornhub. Maybe we'll get there one day. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, this is basically gonna be an uncut video with little edits and shitty commentary every once in a while because I just wanted to get the S-rank video for the DLC out. I already had like the uncut footage of me S-ranking all the base game bosses. That one didn't have any commentary, so this is an improvement over that at the very least. And I'm mostly going off without any script, so you'll hear me stumble in my speech and stutter, and I'm very awkward when I don't have a script. I really rely on it. But at the same time, maybe some of you will appreciate this more down-to-earth version of my commentary, where I'm just talking casually. Or not. Also, I was supposed to be talking about the bosses, but we've basically gone through the entire Moonshine mob without me saying anything. Just do what I did, and you'll be good. You're welcome. Don't get hit, shoot the boss. GG. The snail is legit kinda scary with how fast he shoots. Thank fuck he dies instantly. And yes, he did kill me on my first playthrough. Thank you for asking. But with Glumstone, the motherfucking giant, I basically accidentally S-ranked him, so I really don't have that many good tips for him either. You're probably gonna wanna use Crack Shot and Miss Chalice. Because with Chalice you get an extra heart, invincibility dash, and the second super for Chalice is basically an extra heart as well. Because whenever you have 5 cards, the super is basically an extra heart, and it's ridiculously strong. The only downside is that you sacrifice damage in order to have an extra heart, which can suck for some bosses. Not for Glumstone the giant, it's fine. Though, don't get me wrong, I am not, like, an expert player. A lot of people keep, complimenting me in the comments saying I'm, like, the best Cuphead player in the world. Like, no, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just extremely patient. Actually, not even patient, I'm just stubborn. Like, I will get mad at the bosses and the game, and I'll get very impatient, but I'm too stubborn to quit. I'm just gonna keep going until I beat the boss. Even if I'm like starving and I need to make something to eat, it doesn't matter. I'm not eating until I beat this boss. That's my mentality. And Crackshot becomes especially useful for this final phase, where it's really kind of awkward to aim at the boss. But with the Crackshot, you don't have to worry about that, and it's a really easy phase. It's definitely the easiest phase in the entire DLC, I think. Next up is Esther Winchester, which is by far the hardest boss to S-rank in the DLC, because you don't get the same supers as you would if it was a ground battle. Whereas with airplane fight, you just have to use the missile one, which does good damage, I think, but it's not the same as having extra hearts. Not to mention that every single phase of this boss is difficult for me. Also, I'm curious, how would you guys rate the DLC bosses? What would you say is your favorite, least favorite? Is there any that you loved in particular? Is there any you hated? Because so far I haven't really seen much hate towards any boss. But I haven't seen, like, a clear fan favorite. I've seen a lot of people say that the final boss is either the best or the worst. Like, it's never in the middle. It's always the best or the worst. I used to find the, you know, the sausage face here the hardest, but honestly, I've gotten pretty good at it. It's best to kind of just stick to the far left side, so you have more time to react. Also, some people were asking in the comments if I'm ever gonna use text again. I don't really have any plans for that at the moment. Basically, I was just using text because I was insecure about my voice and I thought my commentary was really bad. And it was. It really was. Like, when I look back at my old videos, I can't look at them. They're just so painful to listen to because my English, my pronunciations, and just my confidence, or lack thereof, is very apparent. But now I'm pretty much fine with it. I don't really care. Next, we have the Howling Aces. The furry bait boss, as I call it. And actually, I think I stole that from someone else, but you know what? It's my name for this boss now. I claim it. And I don't really have much to say for phase 1. It's kinda self-explanatory. Is that the right word? Explanatory? Explanatory? No, that's definitely not it. Well, either way, you know what I mean. Since I don't have anything else to say, I might as well let you guys know. I've had a cat for a while now. I adopted it like half a year ago, and his name is Suga. Look at him. Look at those fat cheeks. I love him. So phase 2 is obviously the easiest thing in this entire game. I think I said the Glumstone final phase was the easiest phase in the DLC, but now that I think about it, it's definitely the second phase of Howling Aces. If you can even call it a phase, I kinda just see it as a intermission phase. You know, just there in between the two real fights against the Bulldog and then the Mothership, which is like a Dachshund dragon snake. It's a weird design. I like it though. And like I said in my first Cuphead DLC video, if you're struggling with this final phase, just tilt your head. Like, that actually helps. And if you have a switch, you can just, you know, turn the switch around, and that makes it even easier. But yeah, overall, this is definitely the easiest fight in the DLC for me, even though first playthrough it did confuse the fuck out of me with the controls. Also, I know there's a secret final phase for this boss. I just never go for it because it's so annoying to unlock. And the final phase itself is not really worth it anyway. Like, it's really easy and just not as cool as the actual final phase. Alright, Mortimer Freeze. A lot of people seem to agree with me that the jump in difficulty from regular to expert was a very stark contrast with this boss. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who had his balls busted by this motherfucker. I really get annoyed if I get hit by the icicles, because they should be easy to dodge, but sometimes they bait me, and I hate them. I remember when I first did the fridge and the, you know, snowman part, and I could have sworn it was literally impossible to do on expert. I was like raging about it in Discord to my friends, saying this is genuine bullshit. It's literally impossible. You can't do it. I'll never S-rank this boss or even beat it on expert. And then for some reason it suddenly just clicked and I was like, okay, yeah, this is fine. So the three hardest things about this fight is, first of all, the final phase. It always fucks me. Secondly, time. If you're gonna use the second super for Chalice, which is the extra heart, you're not gonna do a whole lot of damage. So, race against time is definitely a big challenge in this. And also parries. You don't get lots of parry opportunities in this fight. So I recommend trying to get parries in the first and second phase as much as you can. And then we have the nightmare himself. Mr. Chef Salzbaker himself. I said that really weird, didn't I? This is why I usually have like 10 million takes until I pick the best one. Because sometimes I say things weird. But you know what? We're just gonna go with the pronunciation that I just mouthed. Okay? And Chef Salzbaker, when I first did it, it was sensory overload. And I've seen lots of people use the same word to describe it. Like, there's just so much on the screen. And on Expert, there's even more stuff. And I actually have Cuphead both on PS5 and PC. And I was doing most of the DLC on PS5. Because, hey, big screen. I can sit on the couch, it's comfortable. But for Salzbaker, I've learned that a big screen is really bad. Because the number one thing about Phase 1 is that you need to keep eyes on the fires that are at the top of the screen. Because you don't really have much time to react once they start jumping down. So you need to already be positioned accordingly. But you also have to keep eyes on, you know, everything else. And everything else is at the bottom of the screen. And like I revealed in my previous video, I don't have 5 eyeballs. I can't do it. So I need a smaller screen. So laptop is good enough. So second phase is really not the hardest thing ever for Chef Salzbaker. And as Chalice, it's once again nice to just be able to invincibility dash through the fires and make sure you're never, you know, caught in a bad position. And you never really want to jump over the fires because they might just suddenly jump up and there's not much you can do about it. Also, I wanted to say that on August I'll probably be pretty absent on YouTube because I'll be over in Canada visiting my girlfriend. And I might actually, like, go outside and do things that a normal functioning human being would do. So, I don't really have that much to say about Salzbaker's final 2 phases. Just use the Chalice second super as much as you can, because it's obviously the strongest super in the entire game. You would be stupid not to use it in this fight. Like, how many times have I actually gotten hit in this fight? I haven't really counted, but probably more than 3 times, which you wouldn't get away with any other super or charm. Let me know if you like this kinda laid-back commentary, or if you much prefer scripted commentary. Either way, I'm definitely gonna stick with scripted commentary most of the time, but every once in a while I might do a shitty video like this. But thanks for watching, I love you.